Hello guys, welcome to MBA Auto. And today, what I'm going to show you is in this previous video, you might have seen that we had removed the engine of this car because it was an accidental car. We have straightened this apron, change a few parts, and we are going to fit this car up. But before that, I want to show you how to, how to put your car AC. Like suppose like if in this case, if you have not seen in the previous video, the link to the previous video will be in the description. Please check it out. So we had removed the condenser. This is called as a AC condenser. Behind that is a radiator. So we had removed everything too. So this, after removing everything, you have to fill this up again with your AC refrigerant gas. Your AC refrigerant gas, what kind of grade is used, will be on this member over here on top. It will be labeled as R22, R134A, or R132, whatever it is. It will be given over here, and how much weight and how much refrigerant you should put in it is always that label is given on this member. So now we had removed the AC condenser pipes over here. We had removed pipes from the compressor. You can see it from here, these one and here two. So now the problem arise in this is AC system is a closed loop. I will show you in a picture and I will explain it on the voiceover in the next transition.
You know how this works. Really sorry about this. So there's something called as a compressor in a car, which is basically attached with your engine, and there is a condenser. It is called a condenser. Okay, this will be our condenser. This will be our evaporator coil. It is called evaporator coil, but in India we like to use the term called as cooling coil also along with this. And here I'm going to draw the expansion valve. Yes, so this will be our condenser. Yeah, I will just draw it like this. Expansion valve, and this will be our evap slash cooling coil. Okay, so this is basics, and now we're just going to add on a few things over here. Yes, there is something called as RD bottle. In older cars, in R22, refrigerant R22, there was something called as an RD bottle, but now it is called a dryer, which is attached to the condenser. I will maybe if I make another video in which I will be covering air conditioning system in depth. If you want this kind of a video, do let me know, and do also like and subscribe to the channel. In that I will be showing you how the dryer looks on a condenser. If you already know how it looks, then you know how it is. Okay, so now we will be drawing our high pressure lines, which come from here to here. One goes from here to here, and it goes like this, and then here. Yes, very good. And now we will be drawing our low pressure lines. Yes, like this and like this. Okay, so now this is very self-explanatory. I will still. Okay, there's something called as a blower in our car, which blows the air. It blows air through the evaporator coil like so, and what happens is this air is cooler so that we stay comfortable inside. What happens is the cooler air dissipates from the coil, and instead of that there is warmer air which settles down, and it exhausts this refrigerant. So what happens is this refrigerant through the expansion valve comes like this, and then goes back into the compressor. The compressor, as its name states, it compresses this exhausted refrigerant, and what happens is it sends to the condenser. So what happens during this compression phase, there is some moisture also added to this high pressure gas, and it comes to the condenser. So the condenser is in 4 different sections, which I will cover in another in-depth video. So what happens is this thing goes here and it goes into the dryer. The dryer, what it does, it separates the moisture from your high pressure gas and cools it a little bit down, and there is a fan over here. This is called as in some cases it is radiator fan. In older cars it is given as sorry for my bad drawing, but in some cases older vehicles, there is what happens that if you have an add-on AC, this fan will be added and the condenser will be added. Otherwise, in newer models it is only one fan which also cools the radiator and the condenser. So what happens is when you drive your car, there is air coming in like this way. So it goes through the condenser, cools it down. The dryer dries the gas, and this is just high pressure gas, dry high pressure gas just going into the expansion valve, and expansion action takes place right here. What happens, this thing passes through a very small hole, and all of a sudden when it goes down, it gets a larger area to open up. That in this part, what happens is this high pressure gas gets converted to low pressure very quickly. That's why what happens is this coil cools down at very colder temperature, and then, as I explained you, the blower blows air, and this chain keeps on. This chain keeps going on. So basically this is what your AC system, this is how your AC system works. So now we will go back to the video, and we will continue our procedure there.
As explained in the previous chart, you all know that this is a closed system. So now, how to keep it closed system? Like, internal refrigerant pressure should not go in the atmosphere, and atmosphere should not interfere here. So in this video, I am going to show you how to check leaks in your AC system, and how to solve this, diagnose this, and how to fill your gas properly so that you get maximum cooling. You can do this at home because you don't need anything. Yes, if you want to find a leak, then you will need something called as this. This is a compressor from fridge, and what we have done is that you can see this nozzle, we have modified it, and to fit it over here on this our gauge. This is our AC system gauge. So I will show you what is high and what is low. About this gauge, I will make a separate video on this to explain how this works and how it works, how this gauge, how to use the red and the blue side. I will show you in the next video. I'll explain, but for now what we are going to do is we are going to show you how to put pressure inside, how much pressure to put inside, and check this system for leaks. So guys, as you can see, this is high side, this is low side. You actually use a red pipe over here, but we are going to use a blue pipe because it is convenient. Yes, it is, I said it is convenient. So what we are going to do is, you are always supposed to put this on high side and low side. I will show you now where it is. So if you can see here, you have 2 pipes here. One is fat and one is thin. These are both AC pipes. The fat one will be always low pressure line, and the thin one will be always high pressure line. You can see it on the caps. It is written as L for low pressure and H for high pressure. So all AC gurus will tell you that you should use your red side, you should have your blue pipe, you should have both nozzles connected and everything, but this will be a very convenient and short video. So what you can do is, like, these pipes both work at the same place, and always on the pipe check it is given as your ratings. It is 2500 psi for both pipes.
So it is okay, does not matter if it is blue, red, where it is connected, where it is not connected. This will be a very convenient video for you to learn this. So we have connected our pipe. So what we are going to do now, using this compressor, we are going to introduce pressure into the system, the AC system, the condenser, the pipes, the expansion valve, the inside cooling coil. We are going to introduce a lot of pressure in it to check for leak. How much pressure to put, how to check the leak, I will show you right now. So I will set up this camera and I will start putting pressure inside, and I will show you how it is done. So now I have put up this set up this camera. So what we are going to do is, to introduce pressure, we are going to use this gauge. We are going to take this line and put it on our low pressure line. We are going to introduce to this our low pressure line. Since it is introduced now here, you can see, or maybe you cannot see. दिख रहा है? अभी okay? So we have kept this valve open. We don't have a valve cover because before shooting the video, this thing fell off and this thing, like this handle broke off. So I did not have any option. So now we are going to do, we have a compressor, our compressor over here. We are going to turn it on. Loosen this. Since ours is broken, we will use a flathead screwdriver to loosen this valve. So now this is open. So now what will happen is, this pipe we are going to attach to our compressor. This pipe is introduced here in the middle. I will teach you about this gauge later. So what happens that this compressor pressure will come here, it will go either side. This one is closed, so what will happen, it will not exit through here, but what it will do is, from here it will go into this pipe and into the system, and you will see this gauge climbing right now. I will show it to you now. So introducing now. थोड़ा नज़दीक लेके आता है तो अगर दिख नहीं रहा, थोड़ा नज़दीक लेके आ स्टैंड. See, can you now gauge दिख रही है, चढ़ रहा है, दिख रहा है. So as you can see, now it is pressure is being created into the system. So as this fills, I'll tell you what is the low and what is the high of operating. In a small AC system, the average high running pressure is about 250 psi. So it is up to 250 psi, and low should be around 20 psi. I'll explain you why. Because what happens, like earlier on I explained the AC system in the chart, that was just basic. But now what I'm going to do is, I will show you, in the next video, if you are interested in this part, I will explain in detail how AC system works. So what happens, I showed you before, there are two pipes, high and low. So what compressor does is, sends high pressure, goes through expansion valves, it suddenly cools down and gives you the optimal cooling. So high pressure should be always 250 and low pressure should be always around 20 to 25. This is Indian standards. So now what we are going to see here is, we are going to charge the high pressure line. Actually we are charging low pressure line, but we are going to charge it up to 250 psi. Now you are going to ask me why you are going to charge it 250 psi. We are going to charge it to 250 psi because it is standard operating system. Standard operation is around 250 to 300, in between this range. So what we are going to do now, since we had removed this pipe we had removed it from the compressor, and a few lines at the back near expansion valve, what we are going to do is, we are going to fill this up to 250, and I will explain you further on how to do it. It is close to 250. So now what I'm going to do is, actually I would have a handle, but now what I'm going to do is, right now I'm going to keep it here. It goes about 250, around 260 off cut. So now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to close this valve and tightly, and now we just play the game of weight. Now you will say, yes, this is not the pressure leaking. I have disconnected this from the compressor and putting this pipe back, so even there is a leakage in our valve, it will not run anywhere. So I will show you now what is the scene. Okay,
So now you can see in this AC gas, operating pressure is 250 psi is a lot, so we have clocked it little bit in front. So now the game is this: suppose in the next 30 minutes or maybe 1 hour 2 hours, if this goes down below 250, then there is a very minor leak. If this would just, right now I put pressure and it would just start going down like this, this needle would go down, then it is a big leak. We would find it out. Always use your shampoo solution or soap solution, and you have to just stick around, put it on all the joints, put it on the condenser. This car was an accidental car. We have repaired the condenser and we have put it back, so we are just waiting to see if it has a leak or not. And this is basically how you find out a leak. You just put pressure in it somewhere, like you have to write it down somewhere, or you have to keep a photo of it, and you just wait and see. So now I will show you what time it is. Please excuse my broken phone. It is very broken. This is my workshop phone. It is 2:23 p.m. We will be here around 4 o'clock and we will check what is the pressure. Till then, I will give you next up. We are back and you see pressure is still the same, a little bit to the left, but it can be also because of temperature differences, because now it is cooler than it was before. And now I'll show you the time. It is 16:05, so it is like 4 o'clock already. So now I'm going to show you what you should do. Like now what you should do is we'll get this hose out, and what we are going to do is we're going to release all the pressure out. You can see the gauge coming down. So you just let the pressure go. Or what you can do is even better, you can just take this off from this side, which will also let it go much faster. So now what you're going to do is you're going to put, once you stop hearing sound from here, what you're going to do is you're going to put it on the low side. Okay. So as I told you before, this is high side, this is low side. So what happens is the refrigerant or your pressure comes from here, it goes to the either side, and which one is open, which side is open, it will flow to this side. So now we need the flow on the low side rather than the high side. So we're going to do this is we're going to close this valve completely tight shut, and now what we have here is something called as a vacuum pump. Like now we take this compressor away. So this is what is called a vacuum pump. So earlier we used a compressor which was giving in air. So now what is this this system, what it's going to do is going to suck out all the moisture and air from your AC system. So basically in like I have seen workshops, what they do, they just introduce pressure, and once it is on zero, what they do is like they introduce refrigerant in and then it starts cooling. You can do that in some cases, but if you go to do it like a proper professional, then this is a must. So what you do is like you connect your pressure pipe here and you loosen this valve. So what happens that this thing will start sucking all the moisture from inside. I will show you, and I will explain to you now the low side of the gauge. So now guys, you can see on this gauge, actually what I should do is I should take this to closer to you. So now our vacuum pump is attached to this. So now I'll show you this. In the high side you can see it is 0 is last. And this you can see there's 0, and then there's 10, 20, 30. So this is vacuum. This is the gauge for vacuum. So like it should be around 30, and this will start working when we introduce the refrigerant. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn on the vacuum pump, and before starting the vacuum pump you should open this valve so that it starts sucking. Ready? Where's the switch? Yeah. Now you can see, as soon as you start, you can see it's slowly going in. Now you see it's making a vacuum. So now it's not this thing is not like pressure. This thing is not like pressure. So what you have to do is like you pull a vacuum for now it is 30, you pull a vacuum and you just leave it. It's not possible like that. So what you have to do is now you have to leave it here for like maybe 10 to 15 minutes, and I will give you all an update after 15 minutes. Now you can see it has been like good uh, 15 minutes, and you can hear the sound of the change of this, like it was making a lot of sound. Now you can hear this, it's become completely silent. So there's 100% vacuum in this. So what we are going to do now here is Nathan, just sit with the switch. When I tighten this, so I'm going to tighten this, put it off. Okay, so now we have put this off. It's holding a vacuum. You can we heard some noises coming from the AC compressor down here. Maybe you all can hear it too, like someone slurping from a straw. So now what we are going to do is we're going to disconnect. Oh my god, it's hot. So now we're going to disconnect this line and put it off, remote out, get it out of the way. And now we're going to what you're going to do is always when you pull a vacuum you should always add your AC compressor oil in it. Premium lubricant for refrigerant compressors, yes. So what I'm going to do now is, so now you will ask me how much you should add into it. So like if you pull a vacuum, 150 grams is fine. 150 grams or 150 ml, whatever you feel, you should add it into it. And now I'll put this on the stand. I'll just give me some time to set up. So guys, 150 grams will look something like this. This is a 200 milliliter bottle. So this much, like where my thumb is right now, it will be more or less 100 to 120 milliliters. So we're going to fill it up till here. And what we are going to do now is I will show you, like right now there is a vacuum in this system, correct? So Nathan, just hold this, and we're just going to dust this out. So I'm going to put this like this inside. Just hold this with one hand. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull it, and you will see, maybe you all can see the oil. Yes, you can see the oil. Maybe you all will see the oil go down now. You can see the oil going down into the system. You can see this is full. So yes, we are not going to suck everything inside from deep down. So now you just, what you're going to do is, you're still holding a vacuum over here, correct? And if you see over here in the gauge, let's just leave it, let it go. So now you can see here in this gauge, can you see this bubble, air bubble? So there's already oil inside. And now what I'm going to do is, like, I'm going to leave it. It's still sucking oil inside. Yes. Now you see this bubble this big. So now what we're going to do is we are going to get our refrigerant bottle, and we're going to tighten it on this end from where we feed our this. So this is our refrigerant bottle. Just hold this, record the video. So this is our refrigerator. We are using Floron. Everything is Floron, and we just screw this on here. And now what you do is we are going to unscrew this. Yes. So, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to hold it like this and just focus here, and just focus on the gauge as well. Like gauge also. Just hold it like this. So now you all can see it's holding a vacuum as well. It's holding a vacuum in very well. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill it with pressure and everything. So we're going to fill up the right amount of AC gas, and now what you're going to do is, like, once you're out of vacuum and you have refrigerant in your system, you will want someone to start the car. So now Nidan is going to start the car. So now once the car starts, put the AC on auto 22 and come. You need the AC compressor on. You need everything on, and we will come here. Just leave it on auto. Come. So now you see, like, you know when the AC is on, the compressor is not on. Hold it. So now you will see over here, this will go up. Now compressor sucking air in. You heard that click? You heard that click in the video? That means the AC compressor is on, and now we just wait for the chilling. So you will say now how you come to know if it's going to chill or not. You see, operating temperature over here is 30. It should be around 25. We can see it is leaving. It is a weak compressor, that's for sure, because you can see it's dancing. It's dancing, it's going down, it's coming up, it's doing a lot of kind of things. Now you see it's slowly coming down to 25. That's where we want it. We're going to feel this pipe, if it is going to be cold or not. If it is not cold, then you should touch the condenser. Like, I can feel this part getting hot. I can feel this side hot. What happens is the high pressure clients come here, they cool down, and they go back to the compressor to get compressed again. So now we just wait, and we are going to watch this go to 25. Yes, it's coming down to 25. Nathan, just accelerate it. Yes. So guys, this is a part where you come to know that the compressor is weak. You see, it is around 30. The pipe is not cooling. Pipe is not cold at all. And I should check inside. Come on. Blower is not working.
No, now it's good.
So now you see inside, AC is on, everything is on. And once I put the AC system off, we should go and check what pressure it's showing me. So yes, now you see there is not sufficient gas. It should be around 80 psi. So now what we are going to do is we are going to fill it up. Come here. So now once we fill it up to 80, I will tell Nathan to go and put the AC back on. Just put the AC on. Now you will hear this compressor click, and then we will see the pressure fall. If it dances again over here around 30-40, then it is spoiled. Press the AC. Yes, now you see. Yes, now it goes down. I think now it should cool. Yes, now you can see this pipe is chilling. So guys, what happened before is I had to put off the video, because what happened is this, we were not expecting this car to take this amount of refrigerant. Like, show me this bottle. It's a 450 gram bottle, and we had used around 100 grams of it there, so there was around 350 grams of it. And this car, this little Nissan, took all 350 grams in it, and like, we were really shocked because it was not cooling. We gave it around 150, 200 grams, 220 grams, because in a small car like this, 220 grams is a lot. But then we decided to give it around, like, it was not cooling. So what I did is I was checking the pressure, I was checking the operation, everything was fine. But then I decided, like, why not give it more refrigerant, and it took all 350. Catch this, 350. And now, like, you can, like, just feel how it's chilling over here. Like, once I sit inside here, it is like really cold and it feels good, but I was not expecting this car to take around 350 grams of my refrigerant, and you will know it is operating very nicely is when you touch this pipe and it is ice cold. Right now it is ice cold, and you can see a little bit moisture droplets here. I hope you can see them. You can see little small moisture over here like water. So once this pipe starts getting moisture, you can see like my hand is like little like I will dry my hand here, so you can see my hand is dry now, but I'll touch this pipe here and you can see now it's wet. So if your car, if the AC pipe starts condensing and it becomes like ice cold, like really cold, then you can tell that your AC work is perfect. But don't touch this hotline, like it's going to be like total opposite. This is ice cold, this is going to be, yes, it's going to be hot. It's going to be really hot. So this is how you come to know if your AC system is like, this is really hot and this is going to be really cold. So this is how you come to know if your AC system is going to work fine or not. And secondly, once you finish this, you hold your hand like this, and if you feel any pushing from inside, then your valve is leaking. Otherwise, even that is fine. So guys, this is how you test and recharge your AC system in any car. This goes for all cars. So until next video, I will see you all